It's been a long old tournament for these ladies. The new rules, introduced not so long ago, mean that each half is 12 minutes long. This is the 6th game for these teams over 3 days. That's a lot of minutes of goal ball when you're used to 10 minutes each way. Those extra 4 minutes a game can really sap your stamina when that 3.5 pound goal ball keeps hitting you in the midriff or on your hands or on your legs. Van Zolen comes into the centre with 30 seconds to go. In the first half, it's wide from her. And Finland, who lead by 3 goals to nothing, are looking destined for a 9th place finish, which is a little different from the Turkey tournament earlier on this year. The Paralympic qualifying tournament was a lot more intense for them, a lot more successful too. They reached the final and they've reached the Paralympics by doing so. But at half time here,
3 minutes.
They lead by 3 goals to 0. You're on the Audio Sports Network. We're so delighted you've chosen us for your entertainment for this Sunday morning. It is 8:15 local time, 2:15 Eastern USA time. You're live in Malmo, 2011 for the Malmo Lady Intercup. And at half time, it's Finland 3, the Netherlands 0. As you can see, there's no substitutes at half-time for the Netherlands. Nelly Tan, the nearest face you can see, Angelique Bollink in the centre, and Mariana Van Zolen on the far side. For those of you who may be new to goalball, that was a good view of the equipment the ladies wear. They are wearing blacked out ski masks, and usually there's patching under the eyes. I didn't quite see whether they are patched today. What it basically means is you cannot see anything on that court. Not a thing. All you have to do is listen for the goal ball and stop it when it comes to you. Simple game. Throw the ball, you stop the ball. That goal ball is 3.5 pounds. It's made of thick rubber. It has holes around it and ball bearings inside it. I mean, told there's no patching during the Lady Intercup. There will be during IBSA. Substitutions for Finland. That ball comes to you at quite a pace when you can't see it. You have about a second or two at this pace of a ladies' game to decide which way you're going to go. Then you throw your body in front of it and hopefully it doesn't hit your head. That's your first objective. Your second objective is then not to let the ball go into the back of the net. In has come Katja Heikkinen for the right wing position. And in the centre for Finland is the number 6, Sanna Tinkkanen. Tinkkanen takes a place in the centre, while Leppänen on the left-hand side, who's been on from the start, sends the ball down the line. It's pushed away by Mariana van Zolen. We've had about just under a minute of this second half, sorry. Finland leading by 3 goals to nothing. In this, the final game for both sides in this tournament, the 9th-10th playoff game. Nelly Tan, the number 6, on the left-hand side, right-handed, sends the ball down the line, where Katja Heikkinen pushes the ball just around the corner. I think it was out of play before she did, though. Heikkinen, who was not available for play yesterday. She was, and I quote the Finnish ladies, she was throwing up in the hotel. Hope she feels a bit better today. This is not a sport that you want to be having a tummy ache with, as Nelly Tan there shows. She blocks the ball with her telly and sends the ball down the line. Referee Crystal Dentler issuing a warning to Finland. They're lucky not to get a penalty there. There was a bit of noise coming from the ladies of Finland. Not sure whether she was talking to the coaches or the players. The players should be allowed to talk to each other even when they're listening for the ball, shouldn't they? Maybe Davor can clear up who she was actually talking to there. But Finland lead by 3 goals to nothing with 2 minutes gone in this second half. Ball goes across the court from Nelly Tan. It's a high ball penalty against the Dutch number 6. The ball must land before that 3-metre line, before the halfway mark. It's a high ball penalty. Heikkinen with the ball, sends the ball towards the right of Nelly Tan. She can't stop the ball, it's into the back of the net. It's the 4th goal for Finland. They lead by 4 goals to 0. The noise was coming from behind the Finnish goal. It was actually from the crowd. Noise from the crowd, not from the players. Of course, they can talk as much as they like, but especially when they're receiving the ball. But of course, it's better for the players to actually listen for the ball when it's coming towards them. Leppänen on the left-hand side sends the ball across towards Nelly Tan, who's in the 4 spot, which is just to the left of centre. Now she moves to the left-hand post, and she'll send the ball down the line. Pushed off the fingertips of Tinkkanen into the body of Heikkinen, and Heikkinen comes into the centre. She'll come round her centre, and she'll deliver from the 4 spot down towards Bolink's right hand. Bolink blocks the ball and moves the ball to Mariana van Zolen. Van Zolen sends the ball towards the legs of Tinkkanen. Tinkkanen finds Leppänen on the left-hand side. 4-0 Finland are cruising along. It was 3-0 at half-time. A penalty goal by Heikkinen, who came on as a substitute at the second half, has added to that tally. Nelly Tan sends the ball across the court. Tinkkanen traps the ball and moves the ball to Katja Heikkinen. Sends the ball into the 4 spot. It bounces off the hands of Nelly Tan and Angelique Bolink and into the back of the net. It's 5 goals to nothing to Finland. That will be Nelly Tan's last action for a while. Off she comes as a substitute. Comes on in her place, which is Michelle Heraigas. My apologies for my bad pronunciation of Dutch. I did have an email from, and I've forgotten the name, but I did get an email on the pronunciation of the ladies. I will be practicing that. And apparently I wasn't too far off. Just my English tongue can't get around the Dutch language. Heraigas on the left-hand side has the ball. On the left-hand side, holds the ball out in her right hand, sends the ball across the court. It's rather accurate. Tinkernen slides across and blocks the ball. Moves the ball across to Heikkinen, who's from the centre with 4 minutes gone in the second half. Sends the ball off the toes of Heraigas. Little extra pace there. Heraigas gets the ball back from Bolink and sends the ball into the 2 spot, but it's blocked by Heikkinen. Heikkinen moves on to the right hand side and will spin around and will send that ball crashing towards the left winger. Welcome to the game, Heraigas, says Heikkinen. Twice she's put a little extra pace on that ball into the left hand side, but twice Heraigas has been up to the task of stopping it. This time Bolink curves the ball towards Tinkernen. Out comes Heikkinen. Perhaps still not feeling 100%. The sharpshooter comes out. In comes the number 1 for Finland, who started the game, Maija Samakivi. She's escorted to the left-hand post, nearest to the table. And she'll walk all the way across, I'm sure, to the right-hand post to take a place on the right wing as she plays the game, as she defends it. The ball is in the hands of Leppänen with a white glove surrounding that blue ball. She'll deliver the ball from the 2 spot and she'll try and catch Heraigas unawares on that left-hand post, but Heraigas is ready for it. She blocks the ball and she'll send the ball back into the centre where it's trapped by Tinkernen. Samakiva takes the ball on the right hand side, sends the ball from the 2 spot into Angelique Bolink as she's moving to her left, and she quickly delivers the ball back, but Tinkernen's ready to block that ball. Coming up to 5 minutes gone in the second half, Finland in complete control here. And some of the memories of yesterday and the day before for Finland have been eradicated. The story of their tournament has not been a good one. They started off with a draw, 4 goals apiece against Great Britain. They were leading by 4 goals to 3, and Britain got a late equaliser. And after that, up until this game, they went 4 games without scoring, let alone winning. They couldn't even get the ball in the net. But they came out and within a minute and a half, set that straight, and since then have really not looked back. They've been in complete control against the Dutch, who have been progressing. They are a developing nation, as we like to call them. They're learning their trade, just like the Russians and the Israelis were doing a few years ago. Now the Russians are in pole position to possibly take the title. Coming up to the halfway mark in this second half, Finland 5, Netherlands 0. Leppänen on the left-hand side, right-handed, sends the ball down towards the right hand of Bolink. Bolink pushes the ball away and she'll deliver the ball back herself left-handed and gives away a high ball penalty. She was a little further up the court than she thought was Angelique Bolink as she blocked that ball.